This video contains content that may not be suitable for all viewers. Viewer discretion is advised. One of the most dangerous animals on this planet is the snake. And what is more dangerous than a snake is a two-headed snake. When you are involved in politics, you are dealing with a two-headed snake. Kamala Harris and Mike Pence are two heads on one snake. If you watched that debate, if that's what you want to call it, last night, neither one really just had anything to say, and neither one really addressed the public, as they say, the American people. Neither one really addressed the important issues that Americans are faced with today, and it is not just this coronavirus. It is with poverty. I mean, what are you going to do about the homeless situation here in America? What are you going to do to get all of these homeless people that are out of jobs employed? How will you get these people back to work? What are you going to do about the race relations here in America? What are you going to do about the unjust killings of black people? And not only, I've been seeing other people getting killed too, but you know what I'm saying. You don't address that issue. What are we going to do about the uneasiness that people around the globe, or more especially in America, are feeling about the future? Everyone's kind of not so sure about the future, especially of America. Will America fall or will it stand? Will America be further divided or will it come together? I mean, when I listened to Kamala Harris talk last night, she was campaigning for herself, not for Joe Biden. She might have brought his name up a few times, but she was more or less speaking like she's campaigning to be the president. What Kamala Harris doesn't realize is the things that she thinks that is cute, especially to the black community, we find it disrespectful because we know that you are pandering. Neck popping, twitching, rolling your eyes, all that stuff, that is not cute amongst us. You might think it is. That's because you've been hanging around the wrong crowd. You've been listening to the wrong people. It is not cute to us. And you just not, you're not even addressing us at all. The things that you know that the people on the streets want, you're not even bringing it up. You're still bringing up things for the establishment, or as you say, for the good of America, not the American people. We, the people, we want to go forward in time, not move backwards. Biden and Harris represents a past that, especially black people, we should not want to go back to. I mean, in the midst of all this change that is going on right now in America, now is the time for black people to, hey, pull your chair up to that table and make sure that you negotiate something for black people. Because now it's time for us to change as well, change our way of doing things, change our way of thinking, change our way of handling our business. We need to change the way how we are represented. And when people don't represent us, they need to be taken down. Because for the simple fact of they are not representing us. And I hate to say that I really think a lot of black people are idiots. The ones that think that there is a difference between Donald Trump and Joe Biden. They're around about the same age, they come from the same school, both of them got money. Both of them represents, I still hear what people saying about Donald Trump. He just has the trashiest mouth ever. But I look at the things that are happening while Donald Trump is in the seat. And while Biden was the vice president, what the hell did he do? Not a damn thing. So people are all happy about Kamala Harris being the vice president. What the hell can she do? She is the vice president, not the president. And if she was to become the president, what is she going to change for black people? What will she make sure remains the same? See, that's the whole thing. People think there's a difference between Biden and Trump. There is no difference. The only difference is that Trump is more brash. He's not, as he say, fake. I mean, if you don't like it, you're going to know he don't like you. But Biden, on the other hand, he's a chameleon, a lizard. He can change. He morphs. You're thinking he's a nice person, but behind the scenes, he's writing up laws to show you that he cannot only be a nice person, but a sinister and an evil one, a one that likes to lock up black people. And hey, just because a white person is a white man picks some black woman, I don't like that picture because the same reason with the slavery days. They always want to pull a black woman in for whatever reasons, more likely sexual. But that's all they always have done, that pull a black woman in, and that black woman does not represent us but herself, because she's thinking about what she's going to get, how she is going to benefit. She's not going to get in and infiltrate and try to come up with some plan to help black people. She's not going to do it because she's already been involved in politics. And whatever she done thus far for black people, not a damn thing. The same with old Joe. Look how long he's been in goddamn politics. And what exactly what he's done for black people? Not a damn thing. So thinking these are two different type people, they are not two different type people, but they are the same. It's like if you're a black person, you ever stop by two cops, they play this good cop, bad cop role. That's the same thing they doing. Donald Trump represents the bad cop, and Joe Biden is the good cop, but both of them are cops. I was listening to, they was talking about how Donald Trump was endangering the staff that works at the White House. And they went on to explain which ones were probably more or less in danger. I don't have to tell you it's the black workers that work there. And I just don't understand. I mean, I know people want to work, and they want money. I just could not be a butler or a servant or for anything for these white people. I just couldn't. Black people don't realize the significance of a white person having a black person as a servant. What it does for their ego. And what it's doing for yours. Because guess what? You always on the bottom, and he's always on the top. But it just goes to show that, hey, the staffs that works at the White House that are black are maids and butlers, the cleanup service. And them are the ones that are most vulnerable. Who's going to wash President Trump's drawers? Who's going to clean out his dirty dishes? Who's going to clean up his damn dirty-ass room? Who's going to empty them trash buckets with those damn sawed towels and napkins in it? The black butlers and maids. So who's more susceptible to catching this damn coronavirus around that White House? The black people. And I noticed that the blacks that do contract the coronavirus have jobs where they work closely around white people, or they live in neighborhoods around white people. In other words, the blacks that have close contacts with a lot of whites are the ones that get this coronavirus. But in spite of that, I think I'd rather just stick it on out with Donald Trump. Because as I said, I look at all of these white people that are losing their jobs, losing their careers, the cops that are going to prison, being convicted. up under his leadership. Not up under Barack's, not up under the Clintons, but up under the world's most racist president, let them tell it, Donald Trump. So although Donald Trump might have a nasty, trashy mouth, I look at the actions and the things that are taking place. Even with the talk of the reparations, we've talked about it, but we haven't taken it this far as it's taking it now. And up under whose leadership is it happening? Donald Trump. So I'd rather stick around with Donald Trump because I think that he's instrumental. He is instrumental in dismantling America. And the way that America has been ran since its conception, all that is going to end. And as I say, as a black person, I don't think it's, fun watching other people having a good time. I'm just here in a place where things can be wonderful. People can have mansions and millions of dollars, but I'm supposed to enjoy watching you have it. But for me to try to obtain that is nearly impossible. So I'd rather this country be torn down and to be built back up with black people at this negotiating table to make sure that there is something in this for black people, except for being a damn servant. Why do you think that Joe Biden selected Kamala Harris as his running mate? Not because he thought that he could win, because how did he get the seat? People rejected her. So it's not because of that. It is because they are two-headed snakes. And they think alike. He wants somebody as sinister as her. Look at the crime bills. Look at the things she has done. And look at the things that Biden has done. Who else will you select as his running mate besides another snake? America is already on this death march. And I think I remember reading this scripture in the Bible. It says, hey, why die before the time? I mean, you have a time that you're supposed to leave, but you can do some things to rush it. And with Kamala Harris as the president, vice president, you are rushing the time for America to be destroyed. I mean, it's going to happen. We are already making that march. But it can turn into a sprint if you allow Kamala Harris and Joe Biden into the seat. See, one thing people have to know about snakes, a snake is a charmer. And that's what these people are, charmers. They think they have the gift of gab. Don't pay attention to my actions. Listen to my words, my soothing, hypnotizing words. Don't look at my barbaric, gruesome, horrendous actions. And people need to shut their ears up. It's kind of like Medusa. Still you looking, you need to cover your ears up. You can look, but don't listen to anything that these two people have to say. And don't ask me about voting when I don't have a selection. Give me someone worth voting for, and I will vote. Until then, I'm just going to sit it out and watch you sheeps fight it out. You people begged and pleaded for a king, a leader, a ruler. Now you got him, and you're mad.